about that? Let's end the goddamn shadow ban. Shadow ban, shadow ban. What's wrong with black male media? Okay, what's wrong with that? Why can't we support the media? Why can't I speak to black men and black women and speak the good truth? There's a reason why people get shadow banned. Because there's a certain level of truth people don't want you to say, and there's a certain level of truth people don't want you to hear. And hear ye, his royal faulkness is back. Let's end the goddamn shadow ban. So we got it here. We got AB Media. Usual business. Of course, ABM. Angry Black Man. Got Andre. You got Blood Boiling. The Baltimore Blockbuster, baby. See, there's certain things I like to talk about. How it's shameful to have any type of masculinity these days, and everybody wants to challenge you in it. All these people want to debate me about Trump and all these other things, religion, but they want me to do it on their time. Well, time leaves for no man, not even me. How about that? We got the Macho Man, Alongo Savage, the Nacho Man, bitch. We got LAPD SWAT. Whoo! I'm really at a quagmire thinking about this because there has to be an abrupt end to the shadow ban because really, when I was like 900 live subscribers when we were doing the celebration of life for Kevin when he passed, it's funny. I had 900 subscribers and I had half of that. 900 live people listening to little old me putting up numbers that even some of your favorite YouTubers were not putting up at that time, not even close. And I was going on a real meteoric rise, but thanks to YouTube and everybody else and their hatred of black male media, I get shadow banned. I can literally do an expose about a certain politician, a certain department head of the federal government, and you'll just cut me out. But yet, how many people talked about the annihilation of black male babies and they were making money hand over fist on this platform? I really think that's some really fugazi bullshit. I'm really starting to realize this is that there's some people who hate progress. There's some people who just want to complain just for the sake of such. My growth has been stifled once, but actually, thanks to YouTube Shorts, I have over almost a million views on one short, 500,000 on another. But they constantly try to alienate me from the public. I'm pretty much a goddamn war hero, and you want to alienate me. You blocked my video of Pete Hegseth on the Sean Ryan show when Sean Ryan explicitly states that veterans can use his material as long as you give him credit. It's real cool if I talk about what type of dresses or blouses young men should wear. I will be loved. You speak any positivity in young black men and black women, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back in stride again. I want you to think about this. My content has stood the test of time. Let me explain this to you, man. I've had shows that are downright classics, and I know that the average human being has a very short attention span. Not calling people dumb, is that people are going to watch your latest and greatest. They're never going to go to the side that says most popular. Go to my most popular shows and tell me why am I not at 10,000? When I literally break down certain things that nobody else had talked about in the space. It's not about jealousy. The problem is that half the people want to talk about old shit. There's a song by Ronnie Laws, Old Days, Old Ways. And I think some people are just stuck on that shit. Women are bad. Guess what? I'm the first person to tell you there's a distinct difference between a lady, a woman, and a bitch. Stop worrying about bitches. Because there's a lot of people who are very immature when it comes to the game of life. I'm not worried about some fucking raggedy chick in East Baltimore when I gotta pay a bill, when I gotta take care of my son, when I gotta make sure he's being raised to a proper man. Who gives a fuck? Most motherfuckers, if you really think about it, we're gonna be fucking honest. If they were getting pussy from the chicks they wanted or the raggedy chicks they like, they would never be in this space to begin with. They would try to clown us. But you didn't hear that shit. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. No, I didn't. I know you didn't mean that in a negative way. But I know that's why I didn't even take it as a negative. But guess what? If a lot of guys who commandeer this space, because there's some people who claim manosphere but ain't shit about them. There's nothing wrong with being socially awkward. There's something wrong when you're just awkward. Because guess what? Sometimes you're just not gonna fit everywhere. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who don't want to improve. I want to just go and I want to soil myself in Solly because this chick doesn't like me. Scar. Part of life is realizing that everybody's not gonna fuck with you and being okay with it. That's the part of life you should actually obtain. You don't fuck with me? Fine. I'm okay. We're gonna make it after all. But too many people want to be liked. I'm here to tell you. If you're a person who's very similar to me and my ideology, you know that you're not going to be liked. You're probably going to be looked at as weird because you actually like to do some research instead of taking everybody's fucking word as gospel. Even when people try to debate me, I have to realize I'm talking to idiots sometimes who don't get what the fuck was stated. Like the one guy saying, well, Jews run the world. They're the most richest people here. No, it's Indians. Well, if you look at the riches, stop looking at the riches and look at the total and divide the average. They're not the richest if you look at the averages. But when you explain this to motherfuckers, they don't want to hear it. And that's the problem with today's world. You want to lean to your own understanding and then wondering why you're a fucking dumbass in the eyes of the world. Because you don't want to listen to wiser counsel. You don't want to listen to wiser counsel. It's no different than a chick who's complaining about the class of men she's got. Supreme Mosh, what's up? Why are you still dating thugs? Guess what? Just admit that you like them and you like fuck ups. And that's one of the major problems right there in the society. You want women and men to be equal, but they don't look at life nor life reacts to them the same. Every time we try to hold women accountable and equal, here comes some simp ass motherfucker. Oh, well, she didn't know what she was doing. Bullshit. I want a woman that's independent. I can already tell you a sucker ass nigga if you say that. Don't get in a relationship then. Because you being married is supposed to be a dependence on each other. But that's not right. I believe in happy wife, happy life. Now, what about your happiness? What about your contentment? She don't give a fuck about yours because you too damn busy simping. The reason why she doesn't respect you and she respects dating the drug dealer is because dating the drug dealer, at least he has a limit to where he stands. At least he has a limit to where he stands sometimes. Unless he's really, really broken because Pookies and Ray Rays that are broken really turn into the ultimate homosexual. You're right, Supreme Mosh. There must be reciprocity. If there's only one way given, if the only thing she got to offer is between her legs, you're getting fucked, and not in a good way. Sorry. Sorry. I've already said this. It's almost getting repetitive. It's almost getting repetitive, and it goes back to show you each and every time. Each and every time. Why do we have to explain simplistic measures that BGS Art New Style Dr. T has said over and time again? Because sometimes I listen to some people and I'll be like, just coming off of BGS's joint. I'll be like, some of you motherfuckers are children. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go fuck this bad bitch. No. Some of you really are so lame that it hurts my immortal soul. Real, real game is not conquering a chick's pussy. It's conquering her mind and soul. If that chick can't open doors for you, why you with her? Why you with her? Why you with her? I want you to ask yourself that. You can reverse this to the ladies. If that guy gives nothing to you but dick, why are you with him? Why are you blessing him with babies? This nigga could die, go to jail, and he'll still have a legacy. Just tell me what type of dudes you like. Because you never really dealt with educated men. You're adverse to them. Just like some of the dudes. Just admit, because a lot of black guys grew up in hoods, went to high school, and they sing their big butt Judy. And you're worried about stuff that does not contain to you, that does not bring you any type of solace. You know what it is? You should never be jealous of a damn peon. Oh yeah, I've had that conversation about these. This is why idiots thought Hulk Hogan was racist. Hogan wasn't racist because of what he said. He was being a goddamn father. You gonna marry a nigga, at least be a rich nigga. How many black men said that? But no, because you're all so sensitive, saying that everybody hurt you with some goddamn words. You want to cancel people. Oh, he said the word nigga. You say it all the goddamn time. There's a lot of immaturity in this space, and I've said it before. And yes, I give grace. But stop asking the same shit. When Chaos said the shit about he gonna fuck whatever that Indian woman name is, you lost the point. This is the reason why the black society is at the fucking bottom of this curse. Because too many of us think just about sex. That's cool and all, but if you ain't getting shit but a wet dick or a wet ass, what are you building? And then, let's say Shorty's from a well off family. Let's say Shorty's from a well off family. And she gets hooked up with some hood booger. Do you know you just took all the family wealth and you just destroyed the generation wealth? This is the reason why. This is the reason why fixed marriages will last longer than the people you chose. And you're gonna tell me a bunch of young men and women who never seen two-parent households are gonna know how to fucking stay together and get married? What are the chances of that? What are the chances of that? It's just dingbats. Bunch of dingbats. There's no fucking, what's up, Snowman? There's no fucking way that you're gonna make a society grow with a bunch of single fucking broken homes. And here's the crazy part. We're not the only race that glorify criminality, but we live and die by the shit. We believe fucking rap lyrics. If your rappers really believe in this hood shit, why don't they have their kids running fucking cartels? Where did Jeezy put his kid? College, graduate. Lil Wayne, Future. All these motherfuckers, 2 Chains. Where do they put their kids? Ice Cube. All these motherfuckers got their kids either college prep or graduating college. But the poor black is stupid enough to believe this bullshit. Motherfuckers are so ignorant. It's almost infantile. It's almost infantile that people will have faith in a system that's gave you nothing but destruction. It's like I told a couple of guys yesterday. Men have to believe in the system. You can't lock up the government can lock up 350 million people. At what time did we ever lock up 350 million people, dude? We don't even have enough manpower. There's less than 1 million law enforcement officers combined in this United States. They're outnumbered. 300 to 1. You don't have enough power. You don't have enough resources. The only reason men pay child support in these draconian laws is because men are identifying into the indoctrination. You believe in the system. You were told that if you don't pay your child support, you're going to go to jail. Lock me up. If all men said lock me up, what do you think the government would do? The government can't lock up all men. Well, the government can indict a block. They don't indict a block. They indict like 20 niggas. Ask me how I know. And even that takes 2 years. You don't have that power. You don't have that. Let's say the block was one of those blocks that you could fucking armor up. And they had nothing but AKs, and they said, we ain't going to jail. I want to take a picture back to you motherfuckers and look at Waco. A lot of that shit in Waco, if those people really wanted to stand their ground and fight, there'd have been a lot more dead federal agents. I want people to take consideration. If they didn't fear the American people having Second Amendment rights, why are they trying to restrict them as much as they can? I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. You think with 350 million people, with over 500 million guns in it, and most of them you don't know where they are, you really think the government has enough people, enough law enforcement, enough military to police us all? No. You could even get motherfuckers to stay in a house for COVID. This is the ignorance of the next generation. This is the reason why we pick presidents so goddamn old, because we're too goddamn scared of you non-thinking motherfuckers. We know you're dumb as fuck. We know that. The scary part is that you're not even making a good fucking run of it. You got the smartest technological breakthroughs in your goddamn phone, and you're just dumb as a brick. a lot of your mothers and fathers in this generation, these Gen Alphas and Gen Zs, you would die within 30 days. I truly mean that. It's scary. You have no fight. You have no push. People say, well, are you indoctrinated? Some people think that's what you give me the man at 5, you give me the boy at 5, you give me the man at 18, 21. So many of you have what? Voted for what? Gay marriage. Some of you believe in, yeah, a woman should be president, not because she's qualified, it's because she's a woman. You've allowed the damn system to damn near ruin politics. You almost let the goddamn system ruin politics. So much so that you were willing to have a goddamn geriatric Alzheimer's patient and a bimbo run the goddamn country. Nobody can explain to me how would Kamala Harris be a great president when she said she would do the exact same thing as Biden and let shit go. I really think that this is how you know your men are weak. When so many men be like, yeah, you should let the women lead. Yeah, it's called the black community. They're doing a great job with that. Doing a damn good job, huh? You can't even tell me of this road of underachievers, kids who don't even know where their fathers are, kids who don't even know how to file taxes, how to iron a shirt, how to even conduct themselves on a job interview. We expect kids who can't even fucking read to do some goddamn Herculean shit. But we're worried about, oh, if Day-Day getting pussy. Man, fuck all that. The reason why I don't really teach game is because guess what? If you're a lame here, most likely you might be a lame everywhere else. Sorry. And it's abysmal. It's abysmal. It's abysmal. It's just like a chick. Like I told you that time when she's asking for my advice. You don't need to date. What about the brats? You got 6 kids by 5 men. No, your dating life is over. You made the bad decisions. You should not be rewarded. You should be treated like a story that you should be avoided at all costs. Nobody should date you. If you didn't give a fuck about your womb, why should I? Why should I? I mean, let's be serious. We live in a world where chicks think they should be rewarded for poor behavior and decision making. And part of that is because too many Negroes wants to forgive them. You know, she didn't know what she was doing. She innocent. I mean, look at idiots like Shannon Sharp, and I love you, go Ravens. But you're a goddamn fool. I'll be damned to let some little raggedy trailer park trash looking bitch, because she didn't look all that, fuck me out of millions, hundreds of millions. The way you start is the way you finish. You shouldn't have given that high of a price of a money. You should have just, hey, here's $1,000 at best. Get the fuck out of my life. And sign these confidentiality forms. Get away. They do. People think with their dicks too much. No different than some of you dumbasses who are trying to stand up to ICE. We should stand up to ICE and fight ICE agents. Go ahead. What's up, Carl? What's up, Philly? Hell of a game last night. Some of the stupidest shit. We would have fight for the. If you see an ICE agent, we'll fight him. Go ahead. Get arrested and get shot. Maybe you deserve it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just call this a really late term abortion at this point. That's what we'll call it, a really late term abortion. I'm getting sick and tired of people not using the God given sense that they were supposed to have. And it's not like we're asking you to do something that's so grandiose that we can't, you got to take 5 years to build a rocket ship to Mars. I just say, use your goddamn common sense. Don't believe these hoes. And the lady, stop letting some raggedy Negro slick talk you with some shiesty words and get you knocked up. And you really think you're going to get upset he doesn't want to be a father. You knew goddamn well this motherfucker was not fatherhood material. Get over it. And I don't think it's right you're going to make the family, pay the fucking penance for your fucked up mistakes. Some of you need to live in poverty to make you learn better. Because obviously, you, you can't tell people shit. You can't tell people shit until they suffer a little bit. You can't tell people shit until you make them suffer a little bit. That's not my words. Think about it. People worry more about Christmas gifts than their kid can read. How much did you invest in their education, their tutoring, the intellectual prowess of the student? None. 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 How much do we do this? We live in a bygone era where telling it like it is and actually having a brain on your head matters. Accountability be damned to the utmost. And it hurts. This is the reason why the people who have common sense and good intelligence about them should steer clear away from all the niggatry. Why? Because the only way look go to my last show before this and they put up a good picture. Why are Indo Americans, Indonesian Indian Americans at the top? Have you noticed they have intact homes? Did you notice that they don't have to go begging the government for their first jobs? Their fathers and mothers have careers or businesses where they'll work. They go in there and they said, "You're going to get a degree in a goddamn subject matter that matters. You're not going to go there for some psychology degree so you can flex." And when people really say psychology, well, I was gonna do chemistry, but it kicked my ass. Nobody mentions that. Big Mo said their culture prioritizes productive children and will even arrange the marriages for their children to ensure they are productive. Exactly. What's our culture? Fuck who you like. Why do we have such a fuck who you like culture? Because you don't care. You want the family to actually take consideration and take responsibility for children you made instead of you doing it yourself. I mean, really, think about this. Not being accountable. Hold on. I want you to think about this, right? At least guys like Mello and Rob are actually married, trying to do the right thing. I pray that the right thing stays a prolonged thing. At least they decided to say, you know what? I got the best woman for me in my situation. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to die trying. But so many men are told to be concubines. It's one thing if you sow your wild oats, but you're being told to be a concubine most of the time, meaning we're going to give you dick to keep a roof over your head. You give up dick because you need a ride to the store because you don't drive. You get dick. You give up dick, but I'm still going to disrespect you. The homosexual life, it's not the life for me. But that fuck who you want, and now you have a bunch of kids. You depleted all your funds because you're paying so much in the draconian laws of child support when we're not even supposed to have a debtor's court in the first damn place. Oh no. Oh no. And then let's say you are a good father, right? Because the overwhelming majority of black men are, who are fathers, even though the majority of black men don't have children. Let's go by this shit, right? Let's go by this shit. Notice that that chick can never fail because she wombs hustle the state. If you're young enough to join the military, reserves, National Guard, I say do so for this reason why. And call me cruel because this is something that I'm going to teach everybody who's a veteran, especially guys and girls who are veterans who are going through hard times. There's something called HUD-VASH, which is Section 8 for veterans. If they're taking Section 8 away from the ratchet and the rapscallions, yes, I said ratchets and rapscallions, and they're giving priority towards veterans, why not join, if you're young enough still, the reserves or the National Guard and seek some of those benefits yourself? Why not? They've done it to you. They put you in compromising positions. What happened? But you know why it wouldn't work? Because you motherfuckers are not ruthless enough. We still like being nice to people. You still have that good slave mentality. You still have that good slave mentality. You're right, Bay. ICE and DHS, Department of Homeland Services, are hiring like crazy. Up to 50K hiring bonus, 60K towards student loans, full benefits, no experience required, fingerprint drug testing on the spot. Hell, I might even sign up if I'm. I might even get a waiver just to sign up for that shit. I'm gonna. I'm glad you brought this up, Bay. I need some woos, and I need a cash app for my channel. And don't forget to hit the cash app. Hit the goddamn like at least. But I'm gonna need some woos. I'm gonna need some woos. I'm gonna need a cash app. If you don't know the cash app, it's in the ticker. If you can't see the ticker, I'll put it in this. I'll put it in the lot. Look, I'm glad you pointed that out, Bay. At this moment, these guys, at this moment, if you can't pass a drug test, if you can't give up weed for 5 years, 10 years, and stack your bread, fuck you. There is no reason in God's green earth that a black man should not be employed right now if he has a clean background and a clean piss. No education, no college degree. These jobs used to you needed college degrees before. Think of a guy with my level of experience. And think about this. My son's 18 now. I don't have to go pick him up from school. He's in his last year in 12th grade. I'll only be 44 when he graduates. Think about that. Black men have such angst against law enforcement when you dummies. How long have y'all been listening to me in this platform? Even before I started my channel, I was on Angry Man and BGS's joint faithfully. I was on there so much that you motherfuckers forced me to start a channel. And I thank you all for that kindly. I thank you all for that kindly. I want you to think about this, right? Right, kids? How many years have you been listening to me? How many times have I said, go into the military, the police, and the fire departments? Because I'm. It was more prophetic than Nostradamus. If you Negroes, I'm gonna have to enter my inner David Curl. If you Negroes do not heed the warning of the commander of Black Line Security, then what fucking good are you? Why are you listening to me when I'm telling you, even if you don't want to do the job, tell your sons, tell your nephews, tell your cousins, get these motherfucking jobs. Like my man Dave Chappelle when he was Rick James. Haha, the tables have turned, Charlie Murphy. We can't afford a bunch of welfare recipients and some D plus college graduates to get these jobs. We need people of some merit. We need men and women of credibility now. And if you can't take advantage of this shit right now, black man, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. For 11 long years. And thank you for your service, Carl. 11 long years. I've even co-written, and co-inspired the Great Faulkner Initiative, which very soon we're going to talk about that shit again. Might even do that tomorrow. Ugh. I was at Baltimore Police for nearly 2 decades. It's only 2 hours away. Shit. We got the crabs and the seafood. Y'all got the cheesesteaks. What up? There's a reason why. How many military officers, military high-ranking NCOs, police officers, firefighters, security experts visit my channel? Because everything I've been talking about was actually true. I'm literally giving you righteous shit. I'm literally giving you the fucking answers to the goddamn Scantron sheets. You know, real men of genius. Mr. Pro Wrestling Clothes Designer. Oh, yeah, I love those real men of genius. But seriously, we need respectable, real men. And see, I'm glad you said that. I get it. I get that a lot of black men are actually disenfranchised with law enforcement. But we can't afford that shit right now. The Asians have a stronghold on your fucking beauty and hair. We don't even have strongholds on our hair care products. The Arabs have a stronghold on every goddamn gas station and almost every 7-Eleven. Where's our stronghold? We pride ourselves off of building this country, but we don't take part of its riches and resources. Why can't we take a stronghold in the protection of its country? And the first rule of protection is obedience, and the second rule of protection is that protection costs. Oh yeah, they have a stronghold in medicine. The goddamn Japanese and Chinese have a stronghold in tech. Where's our stronghold? If we should be able to charge people good money to protect them. If everybody's scared of the big black man, then guess what? Everybody should pay top dollar to get the big black man to protect them. I've said to so many drug dealers, you're in the wrong business. Go over to fucking India and get a connect and get some bundles. Go over there, straight over there. This is my theory, right? This is my theory. My theory is such: if we get black women, if we take black women and say, hey, y'all don't want to get, and thank you, MS, for the $4 holla. Woo! If we take and we take over the hair care industry in our community because the women are going to spend it anyway, why don't we take that money that they were going to spend, those billions and billions, and invest it in what the fuck we need, like getting our kids into fucking STEM, buying politicians, both Republican, Democrat, conservative, or liberal. Why can't we do that? We can't even get along. We can't even get along. We can't even get along long enough. Okay, buddy? This is the fucked up part. I appreciate what you can send. Hey, we got 13 people. 13 people put up $5, $10. Hey, you made a Negro happy. Support your interests. I don't just do it for the money, but hey, at some point, every little bit helps. I want you to realize this. If we actually said, you know what, we're going to open up hair stores and the women are going to sell, if you're going to spend your goddamn money recklessly, at least we're going to make the bitch circulate 15 times. Why can't some of us put our money together and buy one of them goddamn strip malls or them shopping centers? Get a fucking supermarket where we can actually get some healthy, affordable food instead of dying of fucking diabetes, high hypertension, heart disease, and some more shit, some fucking gout. Why don't we have classes on how to cook healthy and make the shit taste well? That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to spend your money on hair, we got your hair. We're going to make afros. We're going to give all you women afros. Matter of fact, to make sure, we're going to give you a man, and he's going to do your goddamn hair for you or something. Like, baby, you beautiful. Get this natural in your system. He's going to put fruits and goddamn berries in your shit. Maybe if you didn't perm your hair to death, you wouldn't need that fucking Caucasianoid hair. Oh, what you mean? Nah. You're trying to impress other people instead of the man you should be impressing is the motherfucker right here. The person who was right here all along with you. Just like you got Negroes who are label happy. So fuck that label. Why don't you make your own label? Make your own clothes. Learn how to sew. Why don't you be the fashion guy and learn how to make your own creation? We got a lot of poor children out there who's not getting good nutrition and well-made clothing, so why not donate making clothes to those kids? Why not teach those kids how to be sufficient? See, the white man's ice is colder. And that's the part where I'm going to break everybody out of their goddamn habits. Motherfuckers better pray. Pray to God a person like me doesn't get in charge. I'm going to do you like Africans when they go take their girls to school. They shave everybody's head. You ain't got to worry about who's the prettiest, who's that. You're all bald. Think about it. You don't even have home ec. You don't even have mechanics. Think about it. If every boy was taught to put brakes on his car or change oil, how much money would you save? If guys were taught their trade and degree of law enforcement, you wouldn't have idiots who were high-ranking officials in fucking police departments. But I don't know shit what I'm talking about, folks. Remember that. I don't know what damn thing what I'm speaking of. I'm just a Negro with a mic, a computer, a smartphone, and an iPad. I don't know shit. Mr. Hudson, thank you for the $10 holla. I don't know a goddamn thing. You know, just a slightly early middle age, almost middle age guy who's been around the world and back again, who's wore the uniform of green and blue, who started his own security firm, who's put 18 and 20-year-olds to work with a gun at the height of it, paid them $100 every half an hour watching over celebrities. Don't tell me it can't be done when it's been done. Don't tell me we can't put good, positive women back in the community of both elegance and stature. The reason why children can run free is because of the amount of fear and respect their men can induce. And unfortunately, lately, in the last 15 years, nobody fears you. But y'all don't hear me though. I don't. Maybe I need to wake people up real quick. Maybe I need to wake them up.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
Maybe we gotta wake people up. Maybe we gotta wake people up to realities of the world. Maybe I could bestow upon you the mistakes I made and the triumphs I've overcome. I'm no better than most, but I'm no less than least. This is what separates winners and losers. Winners keep thinking about winning, and the losers think about the winner. I could be that bitter motherfucker who left my department. Oh, these motherfuckers got promoted and they didn't do half the work I did. Fuck that. Why wait for a motherfucker to promote you when you can do it yourself when you start your own company? The best vengeance is not saying, die, motherfucker, die. The best vengeance is living well when people wish you nothing but help. I want to see our boys and girls together successfully. Those who want to be and are trying to be. And I know it's not for everyone. See, the problem is that there's going to be a series that I'm probably going to have to do with Bay and a couple other guys in law enforcement, which it's been a while since we had our law enforcement, black military and black law enforcement summit, where I'm inviting guests on the panel who are either current service, prior service, military, law enforcement, and fire, and probably do a simulcast with Bay and Lewis. And we got to get to the bottom of this shit. And one of the things you got to understand, there's two major things that black men never truly understood. It's power and freedom. Just for some of my newer listeners, the three things the black community don't give a fuck about, we must always adhere to. Black boys and men, education, and being the heroes of their own narrative. To this day, nobody has debated that. To this day, everybody wished the black male to wallow in obsolescence. So frequent is the disdain of every time one of us becomes successful, it's almost a goddamn CIA mission to make sure that we fail. Look at the whole shit with the Brittany Renner, with her white trash mother. She's angry and upset because she's becoming irrelevant. She has no real talent. She thought she could run a relationship. And she found out real quick. That's why she was only a Muslim for like a week. Got on video trying to cause a scene. Don't you bring that bitch over my house. Who cares? And I'm glad you got that video so when your son becomes of age and understanding, he can see how much of an evil, placating bitch his mother is. That's what I always say, you know, those the tragic mulatto, man. I'm not going to put that on all people who parents who are mixed race, but too many times have we seen stories of the tragic mulatto. You want to pick and choose, you want to be black, white, or ghetto, or hood. Why? Instead of being grateful that he wants to come get his son and he just didn't give you $1 million payout, you couldn't be grateful? You're just an idiot who thought you outranked him. And you were shown the door and you were shown where you really place. That's all. That's all. Stop letting concubines and high value prostitutes dictate masculinity. Stop it, folks. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that prostituting shit. The major problem is this. When you have people of no legitimate substance trying to run your life, there must be something wrong with you to accept that type of abuse. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit, and I don't want to hear anybody's fucking excuse about it. We for so long let low value fruit that's hanging dictate our lives. Well, that's not fair, Charles. Who cares? Life ain't fair. Grow up. Grow the hell up. I know a lot of people be like, well, Charles, you know, it's going to be tough out there. Bring it on. Bring on the tough ones. Bring on the tough ones. Bring on the tough ones. I'm a wrestler by trade, a championship wrestler by trade. You don't get tested till you get tested by the best. You can't call yourself the best till you beat the best and compete against the best. So stop being scared. Rejoice in the fact that you get to get tested. Well, it's hard out here for a black man. It's supposed to be. I wouldn't want it any other way. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when they look and say you didn't earn it, you can look them right in the face and say bullshit. You can tell them bullshit. I'll give you a couple of minutes for anybody who want to come up and speak. Hit the like button, hit the cash app. Tell me what you think of what I said so far. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know. Let me get some frontiersmen out there. If nobody's coming up, I'll just shut it down. Give it about 2 minutes. You got a Namer on the stage. What's up, Namer?
I'm 43 and dirty, and I'm loving it.
Well, sometimes it's bubbly.
Hey, it's good. It's good. How have you been anyway?
Happy belated. I've been chilling.
Thank you. Man, I will say this first and foremost about the hair weave and everything. I've mentioned this a couple times, but it needs to be repeated. And I think everybody should watch Chris Rock's Good Hair, that documentary, because that opened my eyes to a lot of things. And like I mentioned before, after watching that, I was vindicated for having a crush on Michelle Ndegeocello, because a lot of people look at me funny because why would I like a chick with a bald head?
I mean, she's still pretty.
She's still attractive. You know, back when she had the bald, then she had a beautiful smile. But you know, her being a switch hitter, that's one thing. But at least she was honest with who the hell she was. You know, I'd rather date a chick who had. In fact, if you remember in that documentary, there was a black woman, light skinned woman, lovely woman to look at. She was lovely to look at, beautiful, but she had alopecia. And in that documentary, she talked about how she saw a lot of white women who were bravely battling breast cancer, who had lost their hair to chemo, and they were not ashamed of having the bald heads because they were grateful they were alive, even when they grew their hair back. And that gave her the inspiration to, like, you know, bear it all and own up to, like, yeah, I have alopecia. That doesn't make me less of a woman, and I'm still beautiful. And she had a beautiful smile. She has a beautiful smile. So, and this is somebody who, like, Chris Rock actually genuinely interviewed, and they had a great conversation about it. It was constructive, it was positive, and it was genuine. But go ahead.
This is because, you know, Black America still let a lot. We still let a lot of ghosts haunt them.
And they're not the only ones, man. A lot of A lot of Afro Caribbean folks, Afro Latinos, they're having those issues, those same issues regarding black hair. You see the same thing in many parts of Africa. One time in Eritrea have I ever seen a woman with a weave. I've seen some chicks with wigs, but one time have I ever seen an actual woman with a bad weave. I was like, I'm not, damn. I
They
mean, I've
think
seen women who had braids, like box braids, but they had extensions with it, but they'd eventually take that off because, let their actual hair hang out. But continue.
that we prefer the white women's skin and all this other stuff. But this is what they found out. It's all in their head. They'll never ask us
I've
what we
been,
like.
I can tell you one time there was this, I was at whatchamacallit, one of those places where they sell vape pens and such. I was at a vape, this distribution spot. And there was this gorgeous 18-year-old I saw. She was originally from Liberia. Dark skin. She was extremely dark, darker than you. But she had a very smart, but she had a pretty face, well shaped. And yeah, she had some box braids, but she was naturally beautiful. And I liked that. Because when I looked at her, I was thinking, Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl from the Bad album.
Yeah.
I've seen some dark skinned women who are beautiful as hell, and I was drawn to them. But but there was something about their demeanor, something like that, or it was time or circumstances that said, "Don't do it, don't pursue it." And you got to trust your gut sometimes about these things. Oh, in fact, you got to always trust your gut.
Hey, if you don't trust your gut, as good as your gut.
Yeah. So I've seen light
Appreciate,
skinned, dark skinned women.
appreciate the
It's
$10. Thank you.
oh, thank you, brother, thank you. I just think it's just like we got to be, when folks learn to be themselves, and I'm talking generalization, folks. I may be on the outside looking in, but I'm not being condescending here. I just think that, like, if people were just honest with themselves and be genuine and find out who they genuinely are, people would be a whole lot happier with themselves. Like, some people just, don't see. I mean, I know how some people feel about it, but what do you see when you look in the mirror?
Well, a lot of it is because of indoctrination and what their mothers told them.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother will break you down and build you up. That's like what the Sigmund Freud always asks. Tell me about your mother.
Hmm.
Because she's the
Tell
first
me about your mother or your father. What was your relationship with them?
the first
Very interesting.
the first teachers usually have the biggest impacts, right?
Yeah.
So if I demoralize a child early,
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
going to have so many hangups later in life unfairly.
Especially if the mother herself or the father himself has certain hangups, they pass on to the child.
If you look at this in a clear view,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think the black community is broken?
Centuries of abuse, indoctrination, marginalization, generational trauma.
It was purposely put.
It's a whole smorgasbord. Yeah, a whole truckload, man.
It was purposely put.
By design, yes, absolutely by design. Because
And
remember, at the end of the day, what are black people? The designated underclass.
you know why they targeted the women? Because the women are more susceptible to psychological control.
Hmm. What was it that was said by the Germans in World War II? when you have the women and the children, the men will follow in this indoctrination. The little mustache man himself once talked about how a man looked at him and said, "I will never submit to you or your ideology," and he replied by saying, "So what? I will have your children."
Basically, what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why do you think the homosexual community does not care? Why do you think? Hey, we don't want you. We want your children. Remember, heterosexuals reproduce. The homosexual community has.
If they do, it's usually assisted. I mean, some people forget that, in the past, in order for gay and lesbian couples to have children, they had to work out arrangements, especially who's going to donate the egg, who donates the sperm, and who's going to carry the baby in the 9 months. And they work out custody battles and whatnot, custody issues. And this is before, people had the LGBT community got their rights, to adopt and marry and whatnot.
And now,
Mm-hmm.
gotta look at the answers. Are they indoctrinating children?
I guess they're indoctrinating. I remember I had this conversation with AB Media a while back. No, or was it like a while back when we were talking about Sesame Street? On Sesame Street, they were talking about Pride Month. And I was like, yo, if they're going to have these type of conversations, they should be age appropriate. Not be foisted on children.
And that's the difference. Because they're scared children are going to be like, that doesn't make sense. What's up, Bay? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Peace, babe.
So,
how you been, bro?
I'm good. What did you say, Charles?
And thanks again for the support.
Well, thanks for the roach eggs.
Remember, those roach eggs are always graded A by the FDA.
Hey, I appreciate it. No, I didn't feel like doing the show tonight, so I was like, because I've been redoing the house with new furniture, and of course, everybody now wants to get involved.
Now, when all the big been done.
Yeah, so now you got to put together a dresser, a long dresser, and a nice.
If it's from IKEA, you should have called me. I could have helped read out the instructions for you.
Like they say, fuck IKEA.
No, but this will be it. I just have to sell the old stuff. I got a whole bedroom set I got to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Any rate, no, I didn't feel like being bothered. Although some good stuff happened today, I didn't feel like being bothered. You hear what happened down here in Georgia?
Well, what happened?
475 Korean nationals were arrested and set for deportation.
Wow, Koreans? How many?
475.
Jesus.
All working for a Hyundai plant.
Wow.
Ooh.
They hiring y'all. Huh?
Taking away good old black jobs.
Well,
Well, first of all, how many brothers you know can read Korean is the question. Because they put that bullshit up.
They get them because of cheap labor.
Well, you know, I mean,
H1 was it H1B?
no,
Illegals.
these were
Oh, they're
illegals.
illegal.
They were brought in, more than likely they're North Koreans brought in through shell shell companies and organizations, because that's what Kim Jong
Oh,
he 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 pretty much does what we would call convict leasing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
these are
So
North Koreans. Okay, all right.
right.
They would say, boy, he need a large bag. Oh shit. You need a large bag. Oh god.
Yeah. That's why I laugh when you got these dumbass Democrats who talk about what's the new term for communism they're calling it now? Democratic socialists.
No,
Yeah,
that's blurring the lines right there because democratic socialists are not the same as actual communists. Even
they are
Richard Wolff
communists.
would like beat the.
That's their new way of saying communist. They call it
I'm
democratic
sure.
socialist. Two words that are mutually exclusive.
I wonder if Richard Wolff would ever like say something about that
Well,
because he
ask
is a
him.
socialist himself. Well, ask
Ask.
him because I
Yeah.
do remember he once explained the difference between socialists and communists and social democrats.
Mm. But yeah, that's what it is. They're trying to so 475 jobs have opened up down here at the Hyundai plant down here in Georgia.
Mhm.
So that works. Uh of course, we already talked about the ICE situation.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh
If
yeah,
you're
that
not if you're a
go ahead.
healthy man and you don't take those jobs that I've been preaching to get for the last 11 years, you don't think highly of yourself.
Well, here's also the funny part. Remember how you had Westmore, and we'll circle back to him, and Pritzker and everybody else talking about red state governors. Never mind that we're talking about you may be a red state, but it's a blue city.
It's a very
mhm.
Well,
blue city.
right. Well, at any rate, Trump is getting ready to deploy the National Guard, I believe, in Tennessee,
Mm.
in one of their cities. I think Memphis,
Oh,
or is
Memphis.
it, or it might
Memphis.
have been somewhere in Kentucky. But at any rate, red state agreeable governor saying yes, bring the National Guard to our state, to our cities. This is our problem area. So that will be his next step.
Wait, which states?
It's going to be, let me see.
The
Hold
red
on.
state people. Red state government.
'Cause me
I mean,
and
think about.
AI are having an issue.
I mean, look at
Who is
Detroit.
it?
Look
Yeah,
at
well,
Detroit. Look at
hmm
Detroit right now. Labor Day weekend, 57 shot, 7 dead. We don't have a problem with violence in our city.
what the fuck are the folks in Lansing thinking? Oh, to anybody don't know, Lansing's the state capital of Michigan. What's the governor of over in Lansing doing?
They
What,
don't.
what about the mayor in Detroit?
He lies. We don't need help. We got plenty of police, even though every police agency in the largest 20.
Hmm.
Baltimore's down 1,000 to 1,200. DC's
Hmm.
1,000, 1,200. Put it to you this way: largest is what? New York, DC, New
Hmm.
York, and in Chicago, they're down about
LAPD, how big? How about LAPD?
a second.
Okay.
Good Lord. This
Down
is getting
law
on my
enforcement.
nerves.
We got a we got a rare appearance by the Macho Man, Alongo Savage. What's up, Alongo?
Ooh, yeah. I am justifiably in a position I'd rather not be in.
Gotta be the cream.
The cream. The cream always rises to the top.
You know,
Always there.
still waiting. Just to let y'all know, I'm still waiting for this goddamn my homeboy
Yeah.
where he wants to debate me. Do you think the tariffs are a tax? They are a tax.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a Louisiana. This Louisiana senator is suggesting sending the National Guard to New Orleans. Let's see here. Trump to deploy National Guard to Portland, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine?
But he has Oregon.
Okay. Wait,
But
isn't Oregon a red state?
he floated it around. He's
Okay.
floating it around. Also,
Okay.
Baltimore. But it's definitely one because I know they're extending the National Guard in DC because the mayor, rightfully so,
Mhm.
has said, you know what? Yeah, this was a good idea. This is a good idea. So she's happy to extend it.
Because you know what? It's actually their fucking political career.
Mm-hmm.
It's saving career because guess what? When you have 2 weeks of no homicides, what could you expect?
Carjacking's down almost 1,000%. I mean,
This,
what?
this is what I say to everybody. You may not agree with Trump,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to give the devil his due.
You said 1,000%. What were the numbers?
Abysmal.
What's the numbers? No. I'm talking to Bay. Numbers. How much?
Carjackings were so normalized it was like changing your drawers.
How many? How many per year?
Memphis, Tennessee.
That's it.
Memphis, Tennessee. That's where they Tennessee lawmakers they're reacting to a possible deployment to Memphis, Tennessee,
Okay.
because the
Not
governor
Nashville.
they had right, yeah, because Memphis is
Mm-hmm.
just like Chicago, only worse. Yeah, they're calling for them since well, y'all don't go to red states and red cities. Like, well, first off, Memphis is a blue city in a red state, just like Atlanta is a blue city in a red state. But you
Or
need
Louisville in Kentucky.
Memphis niggas everywhere I go, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
You
majority
ain't.
of the states
Go ahead.
in United States are red states.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just the cities are blue.
Yeah,
Certain cities are blue, but a lot of counties are red.
yeah.
If you notice, there's a reason why urbanization, the way we do it in America, has been poisonous ever since you got over a certain level. When you took away the responsibility of the parents being parents, you pretty much let the kids run amok. Carjackings, beatings, robberies, murders, attempted murders, just mayhem and violence. Now you got to show a force and anytime to distribute. Because right now we're trying to get rid of all our fucking violence and we're trying to normalize people to getting educated. You can't educate people when you have fucking large amounts of violence and drug use in your cities.
Well, to answer his question about carjackings,
Mm-hmm.
in June of 2023, DC saw 140 carjackings, averaging about 4.7 a day. And then come June 2024, that number dropped to 31 total, or roughly one per day, marking a 78% decrease year over year. It says here in the 2 weeks prior to August 7th, violent crime, including carjackings, was already down about 20% compared to the same period in the previous 2 years. So while carjackings were declining before federal intervention, the deployment coincided with a further 36% drop in car thefts, which includes carjackings during the 19 days following August 7th. But do understand at the same time, you got
Mm-hmm.
what, the chief of police or something like that that's under investigation. They had to put him on administrative leave because he was fudging the numbers, just like a lot of these blue cities do. They fudge the numbers
Did I
because,
not say,
hmm,
did I not say that last week?
yeah, I mean, that's what my whole Embrace Villainy channel was talking about. How, like, I think it was either Baltimore, Chicago, where four kids, well, one kid stole a car, four kids were in the car, black teenagers, of course.
That was
They're doing
Baltimore.
60, doing 60 miles per hour down the residential street,
That was Baltimore.
T-boned an SUV that had a Hispanic woman and her 5-month-old baby in the car. Of course, they were legal, I guess. The 5-month-old baby had a fractured skull amongst other, and a fractured spine and other fractured bones. Spent 5 days in intense agony before it finally succumbed to his injuries. Do you know what those kids were eventually charged with?
Nothing.
Vehicular homicide.
No. Trespass of a motor vehicle.
Which is
What does
bullshit.
that mean?
It means that they got away with murder.
A slap in a fucking wrist. You know,
No
or
reckless endangerment.
nothing.
And
Nope.
how old were these kids?
Well, they were between the ages of 13 and 17.
And that was in Baltimore.
I swear to God, the one thing that stuck out in my head about Baltimore was that 11-year-old that stole 13 cars in a 2-week period. And keep in mind, they weren't just pulling him over because the cars were reported stolen. No, he was destroying the cars amongst other people's cars, just destroying property all 13 times. And the toughest thing that the police could do was take him home to his mother.
And I'm going
So
to tell
when
you,
they sit up here, I'll give me 1 second, Charles. So when they sit here and say that crime is down, that's why crime is down.
Mhm.
You understand? Go ahead, Charles.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to go back to heavy-handed tactics again. You're going to go back to those heavy-handed tactics that people don't even want to say. And people don't even want to admit. You got to go heavy. You can't be nice. You can be fair, but you can't be this nice guy shit. There is no forgiveness for stupidity and weakness. I'm going to say that again. There's no forgiveness for stupidity and weakness. And what you just said, Bay, how many of these fuckers will literally say, we don't have any problems. But yet, you put slaps on the wrist, you put these liberal ass people, like the last state's attorney we had who freed all these fucking criminals. It's ridiculous. You're telling cops who did their fine hard work, fuck you. The criminal justice ball usually drops when you see the state's attorney prosecute not a one person. But go ahead, somebody take a hit.
Matter of fact, yeah,
What?
shout out to Huntsville, Alabama for the win. They got the Space Command Center because Donald Trump said, oh, you want to let transgenders kidnap people's kids? You want to keep Trende Alagra members? You want to protect them in Aurora, Colorado, right outside Denver? I tell you what, then we will cost you billions of dollars in tax revenue, and what I think was something like 7,000 jobs, 9,000 jobs.
What sectors?
Hmm.
In which sectors are those 7,000 jobs coming from?
What? They're losing them in Denver, in Colorado.
Yeah. Are
Colorado
they
Springs,
government jobs or
it's
Colorado
Space
Springs?
Command.
It's government.
Colorado Springs is where the Air Force is.
Yeah,
The Air Force Academy is there.
And guess what? The president say I'll put it where the
You say FBI South is here too. Yeah, they moving. A lot of these jobs. You heard like 30K. Yeah, I believe it was like 30K. They lost 30K off rip. They lost not just jobs, but a fuck ton of money.
Oh,
I mean, they lost a lot.
See,
because they FAFO. Go ahead.
people don't realize how much power the president has. Yeah, we're putting it in this place. So now, guess what Huntsville, Alabama, going to be? It's going to be a new tech hub. You're going to have new schools. You're going to have a new community build because you got to house all these motherfuckers. So now, because you're bringing all this money, what would you say, hey, DB 101 and Bay, what would you say is the average job, the average pay scale for each of these jobs?
I would say it's starting anywhere on the low end. I would say about low end, about 25. Based on experience, I would say between 25 and 44. And that's just the hourly.
I would say I would go up 30.
You'll go up 30. I
I would go up
mean,
30,
I'm pretty
especially.
sure a janitor ain't gonna be making no.
You'd be surprised. Be surprised.
Well, yeah, you'd be surprised. You're right.
Yo, Charles.
Yep, go ahead.
There's something crazy that I want to get your thoughts on this. So also, I guess Bay as well. Salute to you guys. So basically, there was a homeowner here because I'm back on the East Coast. So there's a homeowner here. Well, I heard about this months ago when I was on the West Coast, but like a homeowner here that basically some guys broke into his house and he ended up stabbing one or two of them and almost killed one of them. And they charged the homeowner because they were like, that wasn't equal or lesser force, because that's the law here in Canada, right? So they charged him, and just a week ago, another homeowner, he got his house broken into, and he tried to defend himself, and he got killed. And apparently, those same dudes must have went to another house right after. Just your thoughts on that?
They weren't charged, were they?
No, well, they never got caught. And the chief of police for that region came out and he was like, somebody breaks into your house, just comply. And they also put out about a year ago, they said that so basically put your car keys and all of your valuables in the doorway of your house, so that way if somebody breaks in, they're not going to search your house because it's all there. That's wild to me. I don't know how y'all think about
Canada, right? Up in Canada, right? Yeah, I heard about that.
That's wild, bro.
Like, man, are you serious? So I guess I should put my wife's cooter at the front door too, right? with
That a bitch.
And some beer on ice.
And a sandwich. Don't leave out.
Help you if they gay. I guess you gotta lay there on your stomach, propped up with your booty propped up on the pillow.
Well, it's crazy because where I just moved from was pretty much the Texas of Canada, right? And they're actively trying to become a part of the U.S., like Alberta, because that's where all the resources is at and all the money's at. So they're actively trying to become a part of the U.S. Yeah, they got oil, they got natural gas and shit.
I thought that was crazy. Ever seceding, so.
Well, Quebec doesn't have anything, so good luck with that.
What are you hearing?
They do have neighbors there.
The guy pretending to be trans. He broke into his neighbor's house and raped the 3-year-old girl to the point where they thought he's choked her to her blood vessels popped in her eyes. And when the parents came to check on the kid in the morning, 3 years old, she was blue and there was blood all in her diaper. So of course they called the medics, and the medics was like, this was a SA. They called the police, and the only reason why they called him was because he was on ring cam, the neighbor across the street's ring cam. When he broke in the house while they were asleep, assaulted the child for hours to the point where she had to have reconstructive surgery. Hours long reconstructive surgery on her V and her anus. And
I would have took a hatchet or a tomahawk to his ass. I wouldn't
he
kill him.
was on ring cam. He went in fully clothed, came out in his boxers.
Thank you, Charles.
And they were saying that the most he would get is 3 to 6 years in prison for what he did.
You know what? Was that a white guy or a black guy?
It was a white guy, and he was not.
Wait a minute.
Trans. He's just pretending to be a girl because he knew he was going to commit a heinous, violent sexual act, and that also because, and you can agree. This is Canada. he actually has the choice of what type of prison he can go to.
You know what? I would say
Yeah,
this.
that's nasty work.
I don't preach violence like that. Fuck
Mhm.
that. I'm gonna preach some violence today. If I was that big parent,
Mhm.
I would purposely get myself to jail.
I bail him out. I
Oh,
bail him out.
I get in there. I want to get
It's
you.
okay.
I want to get you in there. I want to see you in prison. What did you do?
Charles wants to be like Gerard Butler and law-abiding citizen.
I'm gonna
So
murder you. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not. No, no,
Mhm.
no. Let me say that because it's wrong for the algorithm. I would not harm this man. Would take his life and lie to him. I would make him beg for me to do it. Never do it. Kids are off limits on so many
Kid
levels.
shit.
Kids are
Yeah.
off levels.
Mhm.
I would do so many. I'm already thinking of the heinous things I would do to that bastard.
He be running from me like the Blues Brothers in the last part of the movie.
Yep. I would
I be
take.
on his ass like that.
I would take my 9-inch Bowie. I would take my 9-inch Bowie knife, sharpen it up, tone it on a stone, and then get some ceramics to really get it in. I would take in between his toenails and just slide it across his toenail. In between his toe and his toenail, and just deeply slide it across slowly, each toe. And that's just the starters. That's just the appetizer. That's just the.
If you had me in that situation, there's some thoughts I would happily do to him,
I would take a.
and you can thank.
I would take a break. Remember in James Bond? Um, I forget what was it. Was it Quantum Solace when they had him sitting in the chair with no bottom,
Mhm.
and he took the
Yeah.
rope.
Ooh. I'm sorry. I pictured that scene and to the left, to the left. Oh, everybody's gonna know you scratched my balls.
And I would just pull his teeth out with no anesthesia, one by one, slowly.
Oh,
yeah,
I would
Charles.
would hook his fucking. I would hook his nipples up to a Sears 5 battery.
Oh, y'all playing torture now?
I'm just saying.
Oh, we're talking about like diddlers.
Oh, okay.
But you do something that heinous,
Oh
that
yeah, you got to play torture with them.
definitely.
What they? No. Hey, anybody who
You
listens to
sound
the
like you
first
was
Wu Tang
against it.
album? Hey, you listen to that first Wu Tang album, you already know what we doing, man. Put his nuts on the table, bust them shits with a spike bat. You feel me?
Oh yeah, like I tell people,
Hey,
I am a man of peace.
I fucking, I fuck. Wait. Oh, Charles, hold on a second. Like my man was saying, basically, like nothing that said, like I'll sew your butt cheeks together, and I'm gonna feed you and feed you and feed you.
torture,
Or
bro.
like in the
Hey,
method, or if you remember, Bring the Pain song. What he said, I'll cut your knees off and make you kneel
you know,
in some
staircase piss.
staircase piss. I'll cut your eyelids out, make you and force feed you sleeping pills.
Exactly.
I would just do some heinous shit to him. Like
Oh yeah.
I would hook up his shaft and his nipples to a car battery.
God damn. Oh man, I ain't fucking with Charles, bro.
y'all ever seen that movie? What was
A
the one with the
3-year-old
guy that was blind in Detroit?
I never seen that.
Remember, it was
Nah,
some
like
movie came out a couple years ago. He was blind. It was set in Detroit. He was blind. The people heard that he
Mhm.
had some money and they broke in his house.
Oh
Oh damn,
yeah,
I
I
ain't never
remember that
seen this.
movie. I
Right.
remember that
It
movie. He was a
remember
blind veteran, and they tried to break in and everything.
right. What was the third act of that movie? What did they find in the basement?
Bodies or something. I don't know. I
They
ain't never
had
seen
okay. What it was, he came into a lot of money because his
it.
daughter,
Gotcha.
his daughter was killed in a car accident.
Oh,
The
okay.
woman
Oh,
who
Gotcha.
killed
insurance
his
money.
daughter got off.
Mm.
In the third act of the movie, when they finally got down in the basement trying to get away from him, the
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
girl found chained up in the basement
Mm-hmm.
was the girl that killed the blind man's daughter.
Oh shit. Damn.
and he was pumping her with semen from a turkey baster.
Oh, trying to bring his daughter, trying to get another child
Get
to.
a new daughter, right?
That's fucked up. That's
So the
fucked
girl
up.
wound up getting killed trying to get out because she set the girl free, but she got killed. So he wound up kidnapping the other girl.
Oh,
And he had the
Oh,
turkey
shit.
baster. It had a hair in it. Come on, I'm not a rapist. Like, nigga, what? Yeah.
You think that's fucked up? If you think that's fucked up, let me take you back to the late 90s.
Well, hold on.
Does anybody?
Nah, nigga, we win the
Hold on.
present day.
Wait, hold on. My point is that
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not a rapist, but I will pimp you. He'd be chained to a bed on his stomach.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
I
You gotta add it.
understand.
He would be
You gotta.
He would be a $20 trick. Do you understand?
If he's in
You
general
gotta add a G
population,
to
but
that.
We
Hey,
don't-
yo, Charles, you still there?
I'm still here. You know.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, the chief of police came out and said that if somebody breaks into your house, just comply.
get the
I can
fuck
send
out of
you
here
a
with
clip.
that
That's
bullshit.
wild.
Do y'all
What
want me
chief
to
of police?
get my black pill answer to that?
Blue State said that.
Y'all really want me
Which
to
city was this, first of all? Which city was this?
That's York. Yes, York region in Ontario.
1, 2, 3. Everybody say
Oh,
1, 2, 3. Woo. I'm about to go black pill. The chief of police is a pussy. So is your prime minister. Your laws are pussy. First of all, you come in my house uninvited, I'm gonna blow your. There's no.
Hey, look. Hey, oh, real quick. Hey, I just want to let y'all, Charles and Bay know me. I'm Mosh, though, to the other brothers in there. I don't know y'all brothers. I just wanted to say what's up, man.
peace, Mosh.
Salute to you, brother.
What's up,
I
man?
would tell your chief of police if I was the mayor of that city, you're fired. There's no
Exactly.
Mhm.
There's no fucking way.
That's no confidence right there, man. Vote no confidence on that one, bro.
Your house, no matter what law, is supposed to be your last place of refuge.
That's your one place where you are the king. That's that whole thing about the castle doctrine. For that.
That's your
That's
eminent
crazy.
domain. That's
Hey,
your
brother. Like,
eminent domain.
I'm over here in Canada, so like over here it's equal or lesser force. So basically, if somebody shoots you in the leg, you have to shoot them back in the leg.
You know,
Tell me this.
Yeah, it's goofy, right?
First of all, you cannot apply the Hammurabi law like that. It doesn't work like that, especially in this day and age. This eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It doesn't apply like that nowadays.
trying to kill
Hey, so tell
you.
me this. Hey,
It
a
is
brother from Canada.
so.
Real quick. Does every
So
province have their own laws and shit like that, or do y'all have a unified law?
it's a unified law, but like where I was just living, because I just moved back to the East Coast, like over there, like they want to become a part of the states, especially since like that just happened. Because I was talking about this for months, like to people in real life. I've been telling them, I'm like, what kind of shit is that? It's like the dude, like, because somebody broke into like the dude's house, and like
Right.
he stabbed one of the guys that broke into his house and almost killed him, and he got charged even though they broke into his house.
Crazy. Man, you know what? I'll say this. Like I said, I know the U.S. has a problem, but I couldn't live in some of these other countries where you can't protect yourself. Fuck that. The ones who have gun bans, I stay away from. I would never live in any of these countries. You can't protect yourself. Fuck that.
I want
And
you
then
Can we touch on your live, bro?
hold on.
and
I gotta say this real quick. I don't know if y'all remember back in England when they had a jihadist.
Yeah.
And he stabbed a guy. And he kept stabbing, and of course, the regular police don't carry firearms. So they had to,
those supposed to be some tactical motherfuckers.
They had
firearms just in the trunk.
They didn't have them. So the certain units don't have them.
Yeah.
So you got to realize they had to wait for a unit with a gun.
Oh hell no!
You know how bad this turned? He actually decapitated a guy. That's how much time.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. It was two of them. They ran him over, and then they had butchered knives. I know who you're talking about. Both of them of Nigerian descent, Muslim converts.
So I'm
The
not
soldier's
sure
name was Lee Rigby.
I'm not sure who the new brother on the panel is. Sorry, you're new to me. I'm not sure what your name is, but yeah, like it just happened just in the last few days. Like right after like that dude got charged, which was like That was like months ago. Like a dude, like somebody broke into his house, and he tried to confront the people breaking into his house, and they deleted him. And then like there's like a ring cam footage of them breaking into someone else's house like almost right after. And so it's like you can't defend yourself.
They've been ID'd, haven't they?
Well, Canada has slowly but surely become a pussy state. It's never used to be this way. Y'all still have that pussy prime minister?
Oh man, Trudeau was
No, they
he's
changed
gone
the
now.
governments, everything.
Nah,
He's been gone
ain't
for a while.
Trudeau. It's Carney now.
It's Carney.
Yeah, that's right. Trudeau. They pushed Trudeau out of office, right?
Yeah, they voted him out a while ago.
Yeah. I thought so.
She was a straight pussy.
Oh, yeah.
A feminist of all things.
Yeah, and then y'all had up there in Toronto, didn't y'all have your own Marion Barry up there?
Oh, you're talking about Doug Ford? That was like about over a decade ago. He's long
Rob
dead.
Ford, yeah. Rob
Ford,
Ford,
not Doug Ford.
I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, we ain't the only one with a Marion Barry, but Marion Barry was cool.
no, Robert was cool.
That was my
Rob, hey, everybody loved him. Like even after that, he still got voted in again.
Wow.
He's dead already. He's been dead for like what?
Who is Marion Barry then? Damn.
Well, he was speaking patois and shit. Like, yeah, he got voted in again.
Yeah.
So
hey,
he's
Max.
Jamaican? Yeah, what's that?
No, he wasn't Jamaican.
Yeah.
He was like he was some sort of white, but like he got voted in again.
White, but I know they got a lot of white Jamaicans too as well. So yeah.
I know.
Max. One difference between Marion Barry and Rob Ford is this.
What's that?
Marion Barry had his own catchphrase, and that was, "The bitch don't set me up."
I used to live in the DC area. I lived there on and off for years, so that's my second home. So, man, I was up there in the late '80s, mid '90s, and I lived there from 03 to 2012. So, like I said, DMV is my second home. I even love. I love Baltimore too. I talk to Charles about. I love Baltimore. Yeah, I love.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I don't know if you want to. Y'all definitely don't want to visit now, but you missed the good times, man.
I was good at that time because because like I'm not African American myself. I'm East African, and you got a lot of my folks up in the DMV area.
Oh, you from? I know you from Eritrea or Ethiopia or something.
I'm from Eritrea. Yep.
Okay, I know a lot of. There's a lot of them here in Cincinnati too. I know most of them are like family here too. So.
What, Cincinnati? You in Cincinnati?
Hell yeah! This is my home. Yeah.
There's more of us over in Columbus. There's plenty more in Columbus, and I've got uncles in Columbus. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And Dibana. Never mind. Okay, there we go. See, I know a little something, bro. Yeah, no, but real quick. Oh, Charles, I'm gonna be in Baltimore in November.
What is the Bengals gonna be playing the Ravens?
Nah, I'm going to see family. So. Charles need to take me to go and get a pit beef sandwich from over at Pulaski, but.
It's cool. But like I said, I still got folks in the DMV, so I'll contact them and see how things are, and they tell me how it is. So I know it's pushed is rough, but I understand what all y'all said about that pedo.
Yeah. Man,
if I was gonna do something foul to that person, it would be inspired by the movie 7.
Oh shit! Damn, you went there. That just was on the other day.
Shit, you know which sin I'm talking about?
Well,
lust. The one that was associated with the sin lust. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Oh, man.
So basically, like the only thing they take seriously out here is like people that get knocked for shit like that. Because if you get knocked for shit like that, like the CEOs, the white shirts, all them people, like they'll let people know that you're in there for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Which we obviously appreciate them for that.
Oh yeah, not only at Canada, y'all won't extradite back to the U.S. if a motherfucker if they don't take the death penalty off the table. I've heard that too. Is that still true? Yeah, like
Andre?
like yeah, I've always heard that because I know y'all real light on crime and shit like that. So
That I'm
Well,
not
I
sure
live in
about.
Norway, and they will not they do not extradite people back to the U.S. if the death penalty is used, because we don't use the death penalty here.
oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense then.
Mhm.
Okay.
It sounds like you're talking about that one dude, which pretty sure we're talking about the same dude.
I
I
think
can't
so,
remember his
maybe.
name, but I do remember hearing that it was a case like it was a couple of cases like that because it actually inspired a episode of Law and Order SVU too. They get that shit straight
Really?
in their head.
Oh man, I've watched SVU. I've lost track how many episodes I've seen of SVU. Man, that shit will make you. That'll
It,
change. That'll just change your views on life and everything.
if you know the link for it, like send it in the back, I'll check it out.
Oh, what's that? What link?
Like for that episode you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like
I
if you
can't remember
have
what
it,
the
send
name.
in the back chat.
I don't remember the name of it. It was like one of the first few seasons. I can't remember which episode it was.
I remember one episode. One episode of SVU. It involved like a bunch of Nigerians involved in the trafficking of children. And you
Oh, it
saw
was
Ice
yeah,
Cube
my
and
dude.
Ice Cube's character kind of like damn near lost it, because when they got apprehended the suspect, he kind of roughed them up a bit, and he was talking about he was going to sue, but they let him know, dude, you still have an outstanding warrant back home in Nigeria,
Oh yeah, you don't want to go
so
there.
you don't
Yeah.
want to go back to that prison and back in Nigeria. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Their prisons
Oh,
worse in Eastern Europe and back in Africa, my dude. You don't want that
the country there is fucked up. You can imagine what the prisons is like, bro.
shit.
They got
I have to.
Vitali. Y'all remember the guy Vitali?
Vitality.
Yeah, the streamer.
Vitaly?
That
Oh,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
He in
No.
jail in the Philippines. He used to be this big
Oh,
buff dude. Now he all skinny and scrawny and shit. He look like a crackhead because he's not
who's
on
this Vitality guy?
his roids and shit no more.
Mm.
Yeah.
yo, you know what's so funny about those you know what's so funny about those Filipino prisons?
What's that?
I mean, first of all, everybody knows Filipinos that love karaoke, right?
I don't know. I know
And
Japanese
in a
did.
couple of
I ain't know about Filipinos. Okay.
they love the karaoke. I know. I've met some Filipinos in my
Yeah, they
time,
do.
but
Okay.
in one of those prisons,
The Filipinos, but yeah.
yeah, the Filipinos,
Peanuts.
just a moment, Andre, hold on a minute, just hold on a minute. My God. But anyway, don't make me start sounding like one of my cousins is godparents. But anyway, what is it like? Those prisons, as part of the rehabilitation, they have like these big flash mob and dance troops.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching a performance of them doing a remake of Thriller, because they still love Michael Jackson over there. Michael is still popular even long after he dead. So imagine like, wasn't it Vitali? He probably involved in one of those dance troops. He has to be one of the backup dancers. I mean, he does already look like a zombie, don't he?
Probably.
So I have a comment for Charles. Charles, I heard that the new Superman movie is better than the Man of Steel.
From who?
You little instigator.
I was fucking with you.
He's like, man.
I was fucking with you.
Bomba cloud.
Hey,
You was
Charles,
mine.
Charles
What
said
you
you
was?
Jay Prince, where you at? Who said this?
I'm like this. I'm asking you a question. What type of fucking weed you?
I saw the shit. The shit was just funny where you responded, though, bro. My man said, who said that?
Like who? Like nobody in their fucking right mind said anything close to that.
I
What
wonder
you been sipping in your coffee, Andre?
What is your actual dislike about the movie? If you haven't, like, if you've gone over it like before, like I'll check it out. So I ain't gonna make you do the same shit
I
twice.
heard before. Look at the archive.
Yeah. But hey, it's just. But don't you ever talk that blasphemy again, Andre? Don't
I know he's a
ever.
Superman. I know he's a Superman fan. That's why I said that. I was just fucking with him.
You can't say
Yeah.
Real quick, Charles Masante. Hey,
better.
Mo.
Let's
Hey,
be oh,
I was telling him, hey, Charles, I was telling Masante about We Own the City. I was like, your boy I was telling him you might have a lot more perspective on that because I know you was up there. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever watch the series?
no.
Oh, okay. I thought you, but I know you know the story and all that. You know, it's based on the Baltimore PD, that whole thing, that whole that gun trace task force.
It's basically about that. Oh, the little dirt bike shit. Because
Right.
it's like, the only reason police can't hit the dirt bike because police chased the dirt bike and killed a guy. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
but yeah, nobody ever tells people you can't ride dirt bikes in the fucking open.
Oh, I ain't know that had nothing to do with the dirt bike, but I knew it was a lot more to it. You know, because Vlad is even interviewing one of the guys. I can't remember what his name was. I don't feel like, cause I know a lot of them were like detectives and shit, weren't they?
They were all detectives.
They were all detectives. Okay. Yeah.
And the
Wow.
police, detective,
Yeah, I didn't know that was. You said what now?
Baltimore Police Department detective, and the detectives and officers the same way, just different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that story seemed like it was about bad as the Rampart scandal, man. I'm LA. Yeah. Yeah, because like they
Hey,
was
sure.
actually working with like one of them in particular, he was actually working with his friend who was a big time drug dealer to take out the competition. I was like, God damn, like wow,
Damn.
Hey,
man.
hey,
Yeah.
Charles. I was wondering if you watched Fuck, my Google Maps is snitching on me, and I don't know if you.
Shit. Take your time, Andrew. Just take your time.
Have you seen Peacemaker or Dark Wolf?
I was in Peacemaker.
Was Peacemaker any good?
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, the first
Is
season
that
was really good to me.
is that is that DC? Is that
Yes,
DC or some other comic?
It's
No,
DC.
Peacemaker's DC.
Okay, I never heard of it. I'm wondering.
the lesser known character.
Wait.
Like DC by way of Charlton Comics.
Yeah. I'd rather just watch the old Spawn movie with Michael J. White.
Well, now I see like the streamers are trying to do like videos and fucking Peacemaker, but like it's been on my list for a while. I just never got around to it yet. So I've been watching other shit. But Dark
Okay.
Wolf is like Dark Wolf came from a terminal list on Prime. Like, but since they made a part 2, I'm like, it must be decent if they made a part 2. Like terminal list, like that's that like dude, he's like ex-army or ex-CIA or some shit. Like it's like a revenge story type shit.
Isn't Dark
I
Wolf
like
like a prequel to Terminal List?
I'm not sure. I've never seen either one, so it's on my list to watch.
Let me ask you. Let me ask y'all something. Have any of y'all seen like the Equalizer trilogy? Back to back to back?
What, the Equalizer? Like, come on, dog.
Yeah,
What are we talking
right
about?
with the Denzel.
Yes, we should all know what the Equalizer is. Like anybody that
The
don't know what
Denzel
the Equalizer
trilogy.
is, I gotta give them the side eye.
the greatest equal.
No, I mean, have you ever watched it or binge watched the whole trilogy?
I watched all them shits, dog. What are you talking about?
But have you binge watched them all simultaneously, back to back to back?
No, nigga, I never felt the need. I just watched them when they came out.
Mm. Took me 2 days to do that. It made more sense. But then again, sometimes I'd rather watch that or just watch the old series from the 80s.
Which one? The one from the 90s called The Booty Talk? Neighbor's the only guy in Norway to have a
But we'll
complete
get
set.
the way we're doing an impression of Nelson Mandela. And I must say, Charles, I have no idea what exactly you're trying to ask me to do.
He's the
So
only
leave me
guy
here a little confused.
in Norway who has a complete set of the Booty Talk series.
Oh, man, hey, that's the classic black cinema. Shit, what the, man, hey, bro, me and my brother talked about that. That is classic black cinema.
All right.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Charles, got a Baltimore question for you. For real, all seriousness, which side has the best pit beef? East side or west side, bro?
Peace.
East side. You must be an east sider. You went to Dunbar and all that, huh?
Went to Lake Clifton.
Huh?
Went to Lake Clifton.
I got you.
I don't think that
You,
dramatic pit beef. I mean,
yeah.
you
Because I've asked two different people. Mm.
might find a spot where a dude may be grilling himself and he's selling them, but overall,
Okay.
you're gonna find Chap's probably the better one.
I've always heard chats. My brother even mentioned that one. He live in DC, so yeah. Yeah. Hey, do I got to check in with you before I come in the city, man? You know, we got to check in whenever we come to a city, man. Make sure we all right.
I mean, dude, just let me know. I mean, hey, if I'm here, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be up there visiting some family. We going to that Scarface show in DC. So
after Dunbar comes up, sometimes some folks in bar because the people came up.
yeah, my wife live with up there because she like them crab cakes. That y'all, I finally introduced her to a Maryland crab cake at the Watershed Bar up there on Charles Street.
Shit.
Yeah, that place is nice, bro.
Yeah, Charles, my older bro was trying to put me on some game about, like, he told me he goes to like the cigar lounges and shit, but like I don't smoke cigars, so he put me on a little bit of game on that shit, and like I tried to smoke one, he was laughing at me because like fuck, I didn't peel the back
You
off
don't
the shit or
inhale
cut
it.
it or nothing.
You don't want to.
Nah.
That
so
wasn't the
sick doing
problem.
that shit.
That wasn't the
make
problem. It
yourself
was
sick.
like he didn't have like the cigar cutter, the fucking skunks right in front of me. But like he didn't have like the cigar cutter on him, so fucking I had to peel the shit back, and like I didn't know, I don't smoke that shit, so he was just laughing like crazy. But yeah, man, he put me on game on the cigar lounge shit.
There are YouTube channels that teach you about cigar etiquette, my dude.
Yeah, about how to drink, like what to drink with it and everything.
Mm-hmm. How to light the cigar, how to clip it, the various types of cutters.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I never really got into like cigar. Like if my friends go, I'll go sometimes, but it ain't really my thing. But it's more of a celebratory thing for me. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I've never been a cigar guy.
Never, me personally, I don't smoke. I don't even drink.
Hey, straight edge, that's the way to be.
Yeah, especially when I, growing up in Eritrea, like, a lot of people being around folks who start picking it up picking up cigars and picking up cigarettes and alcohol and such. Especially like, like where my brother worked, where his old job was, that place was notorious for turning some motherfuckers into alcoholics, considering the stress that they be on.
Hey, what's that drug they be taking over in East Africa? I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or, just stereotype you or nothing. I'm being serious. It's one that
I think you talk about. It's a leaf. Is it a leaf that they chew?
Yeah. And they talked about it in Black Hawk Down or something. It's something that a lot of them Somalians was chewing on.
Yeah, it's called the Arabic name is khat. But in Ethiopia, and Eritrea, we call it chat. But the thing is, they grow it in Yemen, in Kenya, and Ethiopia.
Gotcha. Okay, I know
so in Yemen, it's part of their culture, and it's Somalia, it's part of their culture. Parts of Ethiopia, it's part of their culture. Eritrea, we can't grow that shit, so it's not part of our culture, but we know it because you've had plenty of Eritreans who lived in Ethiopia.
I'm gonna tell
we
you a
call
funny
it
story.
chat, but go ahead.
real quick, funny story up there on U Street, where a lot of Ethiopian, where
Mhm.
they up on U Street, they own a lot of bars and a lot of the property up there. A lot of Ethiopians
Right.
do. So
Oh.
one of them shops up there was actually selling that shit.
Mhm.
And they got shut down because of that.
Oh.
They were, they was doing this right in DC. It was right up the street from the DC government building, this Reeves building, right up the street from there.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get shut down because you're too close to a government building like that. Too many. That's attracting too
Man.
much attention.
Yeah, and you right on the heart, like right on the Reeves building. Charles, I don't know
Mhm.
if you ever been down to DC. You ever been
Yeah.
down to DC quite a bit? Up on U Street, you know where the Reeves building is, right? Where all the officers get their licenses and that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they got to get the commission up there. Yeah, it was right up the street from there. Somebody like one of them had a shop up there, and they was hustling their shit up out of there. I was like, oh man, y'all tripping, bro. I'm like, man, because
I'm not surprised. I'm not
because see,
surprised.
when you get charged in DC, you get charged
Mhm.
federally. They'll make state police, and you get put into the federal system. You don't go through the state. You ain't no going to
No,
Maryland or Virginia no more because Lorton is gone. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of that years ago. They shut all them
you're in
out.
District of Columbia. That's the federal, like you
Yeah.
said, District of Columbia.
Typically, you going right to Lewisburg or something like that.
Damn.
Oh, either Lewisburg. They used to bring some, or somewhere in Texas or some shit. And I'm like, yeah,
Damn.
you're gonna be far too away from your family.
How the fuck? What the
Well,
fuck would they?
DC, like Janine Pirro, like I mean, they did away with the whole cashless bail thing, but now the problem that they're having is getting these judges to prosecute these criminals that the National Guard are bringing in under arrest.
Oh, that's
They don't
weird.
want to prosecute these people, and I'm like, you should be removed from the bench, like, because your job is not to facilitate crime. Your job is to follow the law.
Mm-hmm. True.
And that's been the problem with these George Floyd laws, where they decriminalize crime. It's ridiculous.
Tell me this real quick: is it the judges not doing the case or taking the case, or is it the prosecutors not even charging?
It's the judges not trying. They don't want to. They don't want to do the cases.
Okay, gotcha.
The judges don't want to do the cases. The prosecutors want to prosecute. I mean, because they live there in the city. They're the ones that are victims of crime. You've had a few reporters come out and say, not just on national TV, but also while questioning Trump about the whole federal troops thing. The one girl, she talked about how she got pistol whipped. Guy tried to carjack her. He pistol whipped her. Another reporter, which was funny, a CBS reporter or MSNBC reporter, was talking about how she got attacked by a homeless guy just walking from the parking garage to the building. Several of her co-workers experienced the same thing. You understand? So when the media is telling their personal stories live on the air, you know what I'm saying? It's not the prosecutors that don't want to prosecute. It's these judges that don't want to take the cases.
That's crazy. I don't know how you can refuse a case. That's another thing I've always said. Judges get way too much power, bro. How do you determine that you got to recuse yourself? It should be a board.
And these are federal judges.
Well, that's why they have judges. That's why you can impeach a judge. And a lot of these judges need to be impeached because they are not there for the benefit of society.
So much misconduct.
I
And the
found
thing
out the
is,
statute of limitations will be extended.
I agree. Oh, real quick, Charles, I wanted to ask you about the gun laws in Maryland. I know they're blue state or whatever.
Not too bad. I got a spot over there. So,
Dre, mute up. Dre, mute up.
Oh, no, my bad. No, I was wondering. I was looking up to see if do Maryland take applications for out of towners to get a license there, a gun license there?
Yes.
They will. How often do they grant that, or is it a special circumstance?
I mean, they should grant it because every state now is a shell issue state.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You just have to go to the firearms instructor and qualify, and then get your fingerprints done. And which I am a firearms instructor.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right. Do you know somebody who does it up there in Maryland?
Who does firearms instruction?
Or can I do? I don't know if ours will transfer up there. I don't know how that'll work because I know we don't have reciprocity with y'all, but I know we
Recognize
I
anybody?
know you know what I'm saying. I
I'm a
don't know if we get
fire.
the same amount of hours. I'm
I'm
sorry.
a fire.
Oh shit. Okay. So if I do that, I'm gonna definitely holler at you about that, man. Because you know, and not only I'd rather offer you the business first, but more than anybody else. So I like seeing my money bounce in the community as well. So I'm the same way.
Firearms instructor, and I tell people,
Okay.
I'm going to teach you to get your accuracy up for 15, 5 yards.
Oh no, I respect that one. No, but
So
hey, can I look the number in because because I do want to chop it up with you though, man, about some shit though.
put it in the back chat, private chat.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, hey, did y'all? I don't know. Hey, Bay, did any of them watch that movie that I told you about? That Rampage movie? Was this the group that you watched it with at the time?
Oh, well, that guy was
Yeah,
shooting up the place and everything.
that trilogy. I still have not seen that third movie yet. I have not
Yeah,
watched it.
me and Lewis, we watched all three movies.
Okay, I haven't. Don't
We
tell me
watched them
shit
like
about the third
almost
one.
like back to back to back. I think we watched all three within a 7-day span.
No,
What
look
movies?
up a movie called
What movies?
Rampage. It's called
Rampage.
Rampage. The first
Yeah,
one's
I
called
put it in the
Rampage.
Patreon.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the other titles, and what I'm gonna do is, as a matter of fact, because the other ones have different titles to them. Let me look it up right quick.
Yeah, those movies was crazy, especially
Those
part
movies good.
two. Part one was,
Yeah.
it set the stage, but part two was like crazy.
Well,
But
yeah.
part
Part one,
three
yeah.
was pretty much on par with what's going on today with Antifa. Hold on, I'll pull them up. I'll get them for y'all. Y'all chill out here. Let me pull it. Hold on. Let me go.
In the meantime, Ray needs to stand on business because he said that the new Superman movie was better than Man of Steel.
Yeah. It was a good comic book movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie was okay. The other one is Rampage. Matter of fact, can I do the chat here?
Rampage President Down. And
Yeah,
then
and then
Rampage Capital Punishment.
I'm gonna put it in the chat, y'all. Yeah, but it's a good series. It's wild. It get crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of shit I gotta watch that's out there. Yeah,
Hey.
and it was better because they had Mr. Terrific in there.
That dude was nuts. That Rampage dude, he is nuts. He was nuts.
No, just the thought that he put into all that shit to set his homeboy up, all that, the way he was able to plan this whole thing out, put the whole suit on, and make himself. He was fucking them up. The police had no, and that was the smartest thing he did.
All right.
Attacked.
Yeah, I just put the link in the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you good, bro. No, I was just about to say
I put the link in the back chat, but I'll post the titles in the regular.
Got you. No, but the crazy thing he did was he took out the police station first. Remember, he ran that van into the police station and mobilized them first, so then he could start and because he knew if he took them out first, that was the first thing he had to do. And I was like, damn, who the hell plans out some shit like that? And then he set his friend up because he was already like a little conspiracy guy, so it was believable. And then this guy took all this money and left, and then popped back up and did it again. But definitely, y'all watch that movie if y'all get a chance.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the 3 movies.
Okay. Did anybody see Alto Nights real quick? The Mafia movie?
I'm about to.
Yeah, De Niro's playing.
I'm about to show Trouble Man on Rumble.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I'm about to show Michael John White's new movie he put out, Trouble Man. I'm about to show that on my Rumble channel.
That's the one he got Method Man in it, right?
Yeah.
Where can I stream that one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
I'm about to show that. I think I might show that tonight.
Anybody check out this new Spike Lee movie with Denzel?
Heard about it.
I haven't been hearing too much good shit, but you know me, I don't trust the media. You know what I'm saying? You know they're bombing. You know movies we
ASAP
think is
Rocky's
classic.
in it. You got ASAP Rocky, Finish Hadera, and everybody in it.
Right. I
Seems
mean,
interesting.
yeah. Like I said, I just want to check it out. It's a Denzel. I always look at Denzel and Spike Lee like a De Niro and what's the other Scorsese. You know, I look at their
Scorsese,
relationship. Yeah, I look at their relationship similar to that with certain
Mo
actors. You
Better
know, so they got that.
Blues, X. You
Yeah,
know,
man, this is my favorite movie of all time. Right up there with
uh,
Casino. You know, that's 1 and 1A.
all right.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, but you gotta say though, Mr. Terrific though was masculine in that movie though. You know what I mean? He
Say that
wasn't
one more
gay
time, King. Say that one more time, bro.
like Mr. Terrific in the new Superman movie. He was awesome because he
Okay.
was on some masculine shit. You know what I mean? He was
Mm.
stoic. You know, wasn't all laughing and giddy and none of that bullshit. You know, wasn't soft, bitch made.
Mm.
You know,
No.
kind of like how they had
So
him.
not like the
Kind of
guy
like
from
how
the
they had
Green
him
Arrow show.
in the
Yeah.
the Green Arrow where where he was super GA and that shit talking about boyfriend. And I don't give a damn motherfucker about no bit. What?
All right, so I'm gonna just let y'all know, y'all ain't gonna hear me say nothing about a lot of the Marvel movies, MCU. I only watch so many of them. I'm completely out the loop on a lot of that shit. So I tip my hat to y'all on that one.
no
Yeah,
problem.
I'm more hip to this badass animators out here, boy. This anime where this boy got his balls stolen. Damn it, hell, he
Mm,
had to work to get his balls back.
mm,
A
Damn.
whole demon stole this motherfucker's balls. Ain't that a bitch?
mm. Nah.
I
Oh
guess the
yeah, who
demon was
y'all?
like a metaphor for a woman taking your manhood.
Mm. Say that one more time, bro.
I said, I guess the demon was like was like a representation of a woman taking away a man's manhood or his
So,
masculinity.
oh, oh,
Hmm.
oh yeah, who y'all going with this season, man? NFL. Who y'all got?
I don't really care.
I can only say the
Oh,
49ers, but I've been
who the 49ers? Who said the 49ers?
I did.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you from the Bay?
Nope. Just
Oh,
been a
okay.
fan since 1981.
Got you. Oh, damn, 81. Oh shit, that's the year I was born. Let me shut the hell up. I tip my hat to you, OG. No. Oh, so you was a fan since the see, you know that I've always had a little bit of tension with that man. They broke my heart in '89, bro. You know I'm a Cincinnatian, so man, I better get my heart broke for many years, man.
Sorry about that.
You're a Bengals fan, huh?
Cincinnati,
I've
born
been
and
off of
raised.
football, man.
All right.
That shit just the spirit, the soul of football is gone. Like I'm done. I've been
I
done.
respect that.
Y'all can have it.
Yeah. Oh man, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ain't going
yeah.
to no
You
Ravens
can't
games
Too
say
either?
that
many,
though. I just
too
watched
many
Travis Kelsey get
rules.
stolen on about 10 minutes ago.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's all the what's the name? Okay.
Yo, Bay,
Yeah,
what's the name of that movie you talked about? Like those kids who try to break into a house where there's a blind veteran and everything.
I
What's it
forget the
called?
name of it. I forget the name of it. I could never. Yep, one of them know. What movie was that, y'all?
I couldn't remember. I couldn't. I didn't hear a name. So
I
I'm
forget
gonna
the
try to
name
look
of
it
it,
up.
but it was that movie was wild. That movie was wild.
hmm.
Hold on, let me Google it. Let's see.
Don't Breathe. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
I found
don't
it.
breathe. Yeah.
I think I've heard of that. Okay, I just didn't know what the hell it was about. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That movie was wild. That turkey, look, that turkey baster with the hair in it.
Oh God.
Mhm.
That is I swear to God, that's one of the
I can't even
grossest
watch
things
it.
I've ever
Now that you
seen.
done told, I'm glad you told me that because I will not be watching it. I can't do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Hell
The
That would be
no.
blind
like
dude
the
is
time I
played
actually
by
watched Prince.
yeah. By the way, the blind dude, he's played by Stephen Lang. Most people might probably
Oh,
remember him for the role Colonel Miles Quaritch in James Cameron's Avatar.
oh,
Mhm.
oh, that guy. Yeah.
Him.
I'm
He's
gonna get
also been
these
in
motherfuckers to
Gettysburg,
stay in
Gods
the
and Generals,
statue of
Tombstone, Public Enemy,
Oh,
Men Who Stare at
he's done a lot
Goats,
of shit.
Conan the Barbarian, Don't Breathe 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, this dude's 73, yeah. All right.
I,
73
I
still
asked
kicking, all
Chat
right.
GPT. I asked Chat GPT about my case and shit. You know what I mean? And gave her the breakdown of my case or whatever. And Chat
Mm-hmm.
GPT basically told me that I have a strong chance of being able to get this statute of limitations thing extended. You know, so to
Mhm.
where it'll work in my favor. So
Oh,
I'm like, damn. Then these lawyers were willing to tell me that, you know what I mean, that I called, you know, because it was like, oh, statute of limitations, you know, boom. I can't work with it.
oh, okay. So tell me this.
Yeah.
Much perspective. I mean, don't talk about your case, but what's the case about? I didn't hear that early on. If you spoke on it.
He never spoke on it.
Oh, I thought he spoke on it earlier.
No, no,
Okay,
no, I didn't.
okay, no.
Yeah.
I kind of thought you spoke on it
Uh,
earlier. Okay, the way you just jumped
it's
into it, it
dealing with
sounded
me
like you.
it's dealing with me trying to sue the police.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
Say no more about your case,
which
then.
I'm,
You know,
yeah.
all phones is tapped. So, hey, say no more. I would never want nothing to be used against you in the court of law, bro.
Mhm. Yo, I'm just reading about Don't Breathe, and I remember it now, but he was a disabled veteran,
Hmm.
disabled Gulf War veteran, Stephen
Oh,
Lang's
God.
character.
Well, that's what I said. He was a
Oh,
So,
blind veteran.
yeah, blind
What
Gulf War
part of the
veteran.
blind veteran did you? Never mind.
I don't remember. I thought you didn't say. You said he was a blind veteran, but I'm like, I was saying he's a
What
former
type of veteran?
Marine.
What, Salvation Army? Swiss Army?
I was
hey.
thinking more like Panama, Nicaragua in the '80s, or maybe Beirut in the early '80s.
Oh, damn. You
Gulf.
doing the covert missions? You said he was.
Hey, I see some
You
guy.
said he was Oliver
Oh,
North's wingman and
He was
shit.
part of the Captain Crunch veteran army.
Hey, nah,
hmm.
Masada. Nah. He was part of. He was Oliver North's wingman and shit.
Hey, common
Oh, that
sense.
dude was
Do
scared.
you was you one of the guys that talked about this before, where they rolled back or extended the time on the statute of limitations so that people came and fled through with their false accusations to make so they could sue somebody, certain people, so they can get some money?
That was it. What happened
I
in New York?
forgot. Like,
They did that in New York, calling themselves so they could railroad Donald Trump in a Kerry Prejean case, where she said like after within a minute and 30 seconds of them meeting, he had her bent over in a damn dressing room and shit. Never mind that he had a whole entourage around him at the time. You know, that's why he was like, I don't even remember meeting this chick. Like, I don't even know what the hell she's talking about. But at any rate, and that case is in appeals court. That's going to be overturned, just like that $500 million judgment against him was overturned. And that 34 felonies that people keep saying about Trump, that 500 million was part of that. So therefore, that appeals court, they get ready to overturn that bullshit. But yeah, that only applies in New York.
Okay, no, but you know what, Bay? Actually, I think what kicked off that whole
Okay,
thing,
right on.
I don't think it was Trump that kicked that off. I'm gonna tell you what I think kicked it off because I think I remember when they was trying to change the laws. It came from the African Bambaataa shit when it came out that he was touching some of them kids around there in Bronx River.
Well,
He
he
was
was
up there touching.
affected by that, but they didn't give a shit about no damn African Bambaataa.
Well,
All of that was
they,
centered
no.
around them trying to get Trump.
What I'm saying is that's what kicked it off because that they actually, they
No,
actually
no,
provoked him.
no. They didn't give a
What year
shit
was
about
this?
no Africa Bambaataa. All
Well,
that
no,
was
no, no.
all centered around Trump. He just got caught up in it
Like this.
because
No,
Alvin
no.
Braggs turned around later on and had a woman accuse him of sexual assault.
Tell me this. What year was that? I'm asking what year it was because I can tell you. Well, did they
That was
first
back in, when did they start trying him? I think they tried him for that in 22.
22? Okay, that African Bambaataa shit happened way before that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
what kicked that. What I'm saying is the African Bambaataa shit, that's the thing that ignited it. That Trump shit just
No,
helped it
that's
proliferate.
no, Mosh.
No.
Listen to me, because I've been on this shit like white on rice. African Bambaataa was just a byproduct of what happened when they changed the law to try to get to Trump.
Right.
They didn't do that because of African Bambaataa. He just became a victim of that shit.
That's the point that I was making. I'm not saying he was.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. No, we're making the same point. We're making the same
Right.
point. I'm just saying he's the one who helped push it. You know how they always use us as a test case. You know that. They use us as a test case to do everything, and then they say, "Okay, we're using this to get the big fish, but we're gonna use this little nigga with the notoriety to ride it out because they know they can pass the law quick with the nigga at the forefront." So, and he didn't even get charged with shit, which is crazy. Nobody ever, what I'm saying? None of them, because some of them dudes, yeah, yeah, because it was like,
So
bro,
they extended the damn statute of limitations just so the motherfuckers can get Trump. Ain't that a
Yep.
bitch?
Yeah.
Right
They
on, man.
didn't even have a case.
Yeah, I
Didn't
didn't even
even
know
have a
Trump.
case. There's like, how the fuck you gonna find somebody guilty on some shit where there's no evidence whatsoever that it happened, especially a civil case?
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah, you're right. Easy. Just on some because I said so shit.
Because of some
Definitely, and that's why I'm glad I reached out to Trump too. I sent him letters on multiple platforms.
Remember my Tory Lanez?
Hit him on True Social.
Remember my Tory
He
Lanez?
reads it. I'm sorry. He reads his True Social. Read him on his True Social. He reads it.
Remember my Tory Lanez video? Remember my Tory Lane video?
Yeah.
I remember when I pointed out how the prosecution really railroaded him and failed, and it was a travesty of justice.
Yeah. Somebody just pulled something up.
So let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way. When you look at Tory Lane was a lynch mob without the execution. Everything that showed he was innocent, they disregard. How do you give this chick, who obviously her DNA was on it, if his DNA was not on the gun, whose was it?
It was the bitches.
So
what the hell happened to my True Social account? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So there's some shit that's really fugazi, and I mean really fugazi, that's going on in these streets. And until we get to the point where people are going to have to fuck around and literally protest this shit, that's why I said, could you lock up 350 million people? The answer is no. You would have a fucking civil war revolt on your hands. You don't have as much, especially since we have anywhere from 400 to 500 million guns, and most of them.
That's what fucking around needs to happen.
And we don't know where most of them are. So literally, why? The only way you would pay child support is why? Because men believe in the system. Stop saying in front of a microwave radiation. Now, this is the thing I've always said. Niggas talk this whole grand revolutionary shit, but won't bust a grape. But you will talk all this tough Tony shit, but you scared to be late on one child support payment. Tell me why. Why are you paying court-appointed extortion when we don't have a debtor's court? Why did Tory Lane almost get kicked? Because you do know that was a hit. That was mostly a hit because all the evidence was coming out against Meg Thee Stallion, and they try to silence him.
And there ain't no investigation into it, damn it, to find the root cause, the man, like,
You know better
or
than
the
I do.
entity, the one that orchestrated it.
You know better than I do.
You say you're trying to hold on. You say you're trying to. You got a suit, a case against the police?
Who, me? No.
No,
I was
your
saying,
homie.
I was saying that
Yeah, man.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
hold on.
because
I'm gonna
I'm going through some diabolical shit, man.
all right,
I'm a,
I'm gonna send you some links in the back chat so you can. I'll show you who you can hit up.
I like after talking to ChatGPT and the way ChatGPT broke it down and a couple of others. Yeah, I have a strong.
and put it to you this way: get a copy of their policy or their general orders. In this space, we support the great police who risk their lives and do an honorable job. We don't celebrate criminals with badges.
Is the gun crime or was a gun involved?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because you might want some media attention too. All right, hold on.
I already saw help through like people like Sister Gail at night. Shout out to her. Salute to that sister.
Because usually if you get media attention, you know, media attention actually does
Does the
more
work
than because what I'm saying everybody is now paying attention. But I'm gonna send these to the back chat.
to the back chat? Who says we don't network over here?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send you these truth
Imagine
social.
if I were shadow
Hey,
band.
you know what's too fucked up, brother? Common sense is that I came across man, like a whole horde of of other officers, sheriffs even that said that what happened to me in that situation was totally fucked up and it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you give them a detailed story of what happened, what I'm saying, like a professional detailed story of what happened to you, they'll pay it more attention. They'll drop it off to their aides, be like, yo, because they don't really only Trump really pays attention to his social media account. He's the only one that really truly be looking at his shit. So
Okay, because I did written out to him and Vance.
yeah, I'm sending all of this. I'm sending you all these links. You can just hit them all up at once. Just send them your story all at once. You know what I'm saying? If not one at a time. And I guarantee you somebody is gonna get
Hell, my
on it.
nigga. Hell, my
What?
nigga Roshi. I even written out to Representative Luna, Representative of Florida, I believe.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that little sexy seven. That's a sexy bitch. She used to be a Maxim model.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, she used to be a Maxim model. But she on her shit, boy. I love her. She be on it. There you go. Uh, there you go. See what happens. See what
Okay,
happens.
you UTICS, right? Okay, that's your okay. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Yeah, because they don't really, all them people don't really fuck with Twitter. I mean, even though Elon he own it and everything, but they don't necessarily fuck with Twitter. Their aides might fuck with Twitter, but they mainly be on Truth Social. Because Truth Social is, of course, the Republican version of Twitter.
And I made sure too when it came to Twitter, which is /X and Instagram even. I made sure that it was their account because there's a lot of dummy accounts.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that blue check mark. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're all. If you notice, none of them really post like their posts on X. Don't really. It's almost like robotic shit. But the personal post is always true social. Always true social.
Yeah, and I know how to break my shit down too, boy. Like just concise too.
Well, I
Hell,
hope I helped
because
you.
I'll tell you this, I'll give you this element though. Like within the police cam, I at least mention you know, a tad bit about the space, and I mentioned Charles Faulkner too. You know what I mean? About like how I rock with him and shit. You know, and what he represented. You know that he's have own security, his own
Get to
security
your
company
facts
going
first.
on.
Get to your facts first. Don't hit them with fluff, or
Yeah.
else they'll bypass it. Hit them with the facts.
Oh
Then
no,
you
I
can
already hit them with the facts. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just telling them though. I just telling them that though. You know what I mean? That's another example like of my mindset. You know what I mean? Where I'm at because I'm not with the whole uh with that kind of wild and retarded dysfunctional crowd and all that shit. Just on them that I'm a man. You know what I mean? Hell, this of intelligence. Multifaceted. Go get it, work hard, bust my ass, team player. That kind of man. And and I'm not with no beta male weak ass shit. You know what I mean? Which is the thing that yeah, yeah. So I left it there. Just to let them know that, hey, you know what I mean? I'm surrounding myself around great men. You know what I mean? Great, awesome men. Man of glorious masculinity. You know what I mean? And that I'm not with men, rocking with men who who are of the low impulse control. Went out.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening. Oh shit.
We about to shut it down, folks. So, any last words?
Oh, oh shit! No, thanks, though, bro, for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I'm about to get these links.
And you never knew coming up here. Bay had some stuff for you, didn't he? So you never know. We
Uh,
network.
oh no, shit, no. I'm gonna be looking for his next live stream too.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. Any
because
last word?
he hit his take. He gives his takes all raw, boy.
Oh,
he don't sugarcoat shit.
oh yes. That's what we pride ourselves off of doing. Anything
I
back?
appreciate that.
That's why I give Bay his flowers all the time. Bay, last but not least.
Uh all I can say is brothers need to get and sisters, but mainly brothers. We got to get off of that Democratic plantation because they have never been a friend to us. These are the Dixiecrats. They just rebranded their names, and nothing has changed but the date, fashion, and technology. And they're currently led, and they've been led for a while by white, lesbian, man-hating feminists. That's who you're fighting for. You're fighting on the behest of white, lesbian, man-hating feminists. That's who's in charge of the Democratic Party right now. That's who you're paying allegiance to. Why do you think your women act the way? Well, I guess a lot of y'all don't say that they're your women, and they don't feel that they're your women. But why do you think black women echo the same talking points? They turn sisters into prostitutes.
Yeah.
They turn them into prostitutes, and they turn black men into simps. They raise you to be simps. How do you sit here and since 2018 talk about your dry dick syndrome and all of this shit, but yet you're still championing the same political party that made you sit up here and talk about why your dick is dry since 2018? How do you have conservative talking points, but you have a a white lesbian feminist ideology? Please explain that to me.
Yeah, you're gonna tell me why are we gonna vote for a party that gets its power from your subjugation?
Not only that, but it's like the way I see it, it's like the only reason why you're still doing it, not only is it because of mental programming. I told you to vote for Biden. But the truth of the matter is that you're subconsciously still fighting for mama's love and approval and appreciation. You want mommy to hug you and pat you on the head and say you're a good boy. If you're a grown ass man, you got to get over that shit. If she ain't did it all your whole life, what the fuck makes you think that voting to be a financial slave is going to make that happen for you? Just like
But we have to listen
the
to the
chick sitting
Obamas.
there, just like that chick sitting up there in the bed with the bonnet on, the son telling her he got a job, and what the fuck was she doing? You gonna fuck up my benefits. Bitch, I got good news for you. Thanks to the big beautiful bill, your benefits are over come 2027, if not next year. You only get 2 years on Section 8, 2 years on welfare, 2 years on food stamps, and
Why do
then
you
you're cut off. Get a job.
why do you want to be why do you want to be in a party that two of their biggest um proponents that they didn't even want, they're glad that they didn't have boys because they would end up like Barack. Think about that. What type of man who's a father or a man period wants to be a part of a party like that? Good night with that. Good night with that.
Good night, everybody.
Woo! And look out for Bay. And which you want to pump your channel?
But this is common sense.
Oh yeah, just look out for This Is Common Sense coming up.
Hell yeah, I'm still subscribed. And yeah, and I'll be doing showing Trouble Man, Michael John White's movie over on Rumble.
Yeah.
Trouble Man? He made a new
Yeah.
version?
Yep, he did. Out of respect for Robert, yeah, for Robert's character, Mr. T.
Oh, because I still love Black Dynamite is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Black
I thought you
Dynamite.
gave me the big black genocide.
I threw that shit before I got in the room. That movie is such a fucking classic.
Yeah, fuck them now.
Nah. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining
All right.
us. Everybody participates.
All right, bro.